Subclass 870. This visa comes with a price, but if you haven't realized, it's a blessing in disguise. I'm talking about the sponsor parent visa or the parent sponsor visa, whatever you call it. The 3-year visa or a 5-year visa where an Australian citizen or a permanent resident or an eligible New Zealand citizen can sponsor their parents. The cost of the visa is either $5,000 or $10,000. 3 years. 3 years for $5,000. 5 years for $10,000. And the sponsorship fees is $420. We know 4020, pick 4020, but we're talking about $420 for a sponsorship approval. Why am I talking about pick 4020? Misleading information, bogus information, that and this, schedule for criteria. Here we're talking about sponsorship approval, police clearances, character concerns, and what else we got to do. I'm going to talk about 10 things that you should know about a sponsorship form that should be lodged prior to lodging a parent sponsor visa 870. Without a sponsorship approval, you cannot lodge an 870 visa, which will be available from the 1st of July this year 2019. And today, Wednesday, 17th of April 2019, in my account, we now see a sponsorship application form. So for the rest of the video, you can have a look at 10 important things that you should pay attention to while lodging a sponsorship approval form. If you're a busy professional looking for a migration agent registered with Office of MARN like me, this video is for you. My contact details are in the end of this video and also in the video description below. Simply you can go to my website sujithtalks.com to schedule a phone or a video consultation. Now let's move on to the 10 things you must know about the 870 sponsorship form. Before you lodge the 870 visa, in fact you can't lodge it before your sponsorship form gets approved. So there's this requirement of approved sponsor. Only approved sponsors can lodge the visa. You cannot lodge the visa directly for your parents, 3 years or 5 years. Second time, if you want to lodge the visa for your parents, you can do it. However, you must reapply to be a family sponsor. If your sponsorship is refused, you can go to the tribunal. AAT options you have for this 870 visa. Sponsorship eligibility, among other things. So this is number 2, guys. Sponsorship eligibility: be an Australian citizen, Australian permanent resident, or an eligible New Zealand citizen. You have to answer certain questions like previous sponsorship and more. Number 3, second visa applicant. Suppose you're applying for your father. Can you include your mother? Definitely yes. Unlike the normal visitor visa applications, where you do 2 applications for your father and mother, here you can do 1 application and include both of them. Number 4, visa lodgement. So where to lodge it from? It must be applied offshore unless exceptional circumstances apply. Just like in India, if you do a learner's driving license, within 6 months you should get the main driving license. Likewise, if you do 870 visa offshore for your parents and your sponsorship form is approved, within 6 months from then you should apply 870 subclass. If you're applying from inside but not in immigration clearance, you must have a permission to apply. If you have permission to apply, you must apply within 60 days of parent sponsor approval. If you do not apply within 60 days after parent sponsor approval, you will need to depart Australia, which means your parents will need to depart Australia or make an application for a different visa to remain in Australia when they become eligible. Number 5, licenses. Sponsors are required to provide sufficient information to enable personal identification and Australia police checks. For example, they could conduct Australian police history checks with the Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission, ACIC, with consent of sponsor. They will look at your Australian driving license. They will look at your Australian firearm license if you got one. So sufficient information about your identity should be given. Number 6, intervention orders. If the sponsor has been subject of an intervention order including domestic violence order DVO, apprehended violence order AVO, and personal protection order PPO in any state or territory is considered. Number 7, source of income. Main source of income is analyzed. Okay, there is a requirement here. The sponsor should have a minimum household taxable income threshold of $83,454.8. So $83,454.80. Income range from all sources is also considered. Number 8, personal taxable income. So they'll be asking for your 2 financial year notice of assessment, previous 2 financial years. So now that we are in 2018-19, they'll be looking at 17-18, 16-17. If these notices are not available, the sponsor needs to give details as to why they cannot provide them. So when the sponsor provides notice of assessment, the TFN should be redacted or blacked out. Number 9, application charges. The sponsorship application fee is $420. So previously we used to have sponsorship forms for partner visa and other visa types, and we used to go and lodge the sponsorship form along with the visa application, which is not the case now. We do the sponsorship first, get approval, and then lodge the visa. So previously there was no fees for the sponsorship application. Now we have a fee and it is $420. Finally, the 10th one, there is a TRN that is generated when you submit this application, that is the sponsorship application. So previously we used to do the visa lodgement first in partner visa, and then we get the TRN, and then we put that TRN in the sponsorship application form, and then we proceed. But now it's the other way around. So we do the sponsorship first, we get a TRN, only then we also have to pay a fees of $420. By the way, I just said the 9th point. So only then a TRN is generated, and at the time of application, subclass 870, which is only available from 1st July 2019, you need a TRN of an approved sponsorship application to proceed. So those are the 10 things you must know about 870 sponsorship.
Thank you for watching this video. For more updates, subscribe to Sujith Talks on YouTube and click on the bell icon to get notified. For those looking for immigration advice or lodgement of 870 visa, may contact MARA agent Sujith Billa.